the mood of the team right now with the situation that you're in and the confidence level of this group right now?
Well, I think it's still a confident group. I mean, you still believe in each other. I think guys work hard. They do the right thing as far as you approach it. But, look, I mean, you can't take all the praise when it goes well and then not take the criticism when it doesn't go so well. You have to be accountable to that. The Dallas Cowboys, I mean, expectations are going to be high, and you got to be able to handle that. The best players I've been around, best coaches are the ones I've been around, are the ones that can kind of handle the I guess the roadmap of a year, of a season, and the ups and downs. The reality of it is you're sitting at 5-4, so it's not what we expected, but here's where you're at, and I think it puts more attention on the nuances in the plan, the execution of the plan, all the details that go into allowing you to be successful when you're playing good teams like the other night. So having said that, our attention's on fixing those things and knowing that we still have everything we want in front of us. Well, I mean, we're trying to do that. I mean, I think obviously the easy answer is just play better, but I think understanding how they're trying to attack and what they're trying to do, and then being able to have success early in games is going to allow you to get to faster starts. So, I mean, that's a priority every week, certainly. We know when we're able to do that, we play better. But, I mean, there's not a quick fix on that. It's just you got to be able to make plays at those critical times early in the first quarter.
Jason, as a player, does this bother you at all that wins sometimes mask the flaws and losses sometimes magnify them?
No, I think that's just, that's part of playing for this team and being in the NFL in general. I mean, for a long time, I think wins have masked a lot of mistakes, and certainly when you lose, criticism comes that maybe probably wouldn't have come otherwise, and like I said, I think the best people that I've been around in this sport have this ability to kind of process that, understand that, not make excuses for that, not get sensitive to that, and continue to get better in the midst of that. Through the success, still have kind of be the confidence to be critical of yourself, and when you lose, understand why that happened, and over my 16 years, that's when I've been most successful, and the teams that I've been around have been most successful is when a collective group like this kind of look at it from that standpoint and say, okay, and I think the better teams you play, we knew going into this week, your margin's a lot tighter, and so when you make mistakes at critical times, I mean, you're not going to beat good opponents.
When there's a team that's struggling with something like a slow start throughout the season, in your experience, can there be a play or one game that can be the turning point for fixing that?
Well, I mean, there's sparks that happen all over the field. I think just the easy answer to that is just, I mean, when you get down 14-0 against good teams, it's going to be hard to come back. So I just think, everybody's attention is on starting fast. That first third down's huge. Making a play early in the game to kind of get a big play that you can get that monkey off your back a little bit. But the other team doesn't care. They don't care about your slow starts. They never do. So over the course of the game, I think you look at it and you do a lot of good things, but then you fall back on the start of it, and you say, okay, you got to start faster. And my thinking of that is, no doubt you do. So what are we going to do about it, And so I think you just have to be able to look at it that way and really kind of break down the nuances of those plays that aren't allowing you to be successful early in games.
What stands out to you about the Lions' 3-4 front and the challenges that
Yeah, well, they're really good. Their defense coordinator was my tight end coach here, so I know what he's all about. I mean, he's a fundamentalist. He's a technique-driven coach, and it shows up in the play. They're big, they're strong, they have good awareness of run lanes and rush lanes, and so they understand what defensive lineman's job is. It's not just about for them in that system of getting sacks and creating pressure. Like, they play their role really well. So that's kind of the first thing that sticks out. And, I think more than anything else is their ability to play physical. They're a physical team, and, so you got a challenge knowing that. Not only they're big and strong, but they play that way. And so, I mean, Trey Flowers, I think, first time I really got to study him and watch him, he's a tough matchup.
What was your initial response, Jason, to Amari Cooper's touchdown grab Sunday night?
Just remarkable. I mean, as a receiver or tight end, I mean, you work on those a lot, but they just don't come up very often, first off. So as much as you practice those and you like to think that your preparation pays off, I mean, some of that's just natural skill in that moment to know where you're at, on the field. And the ability to get your feet down and then catch the ball the way he's having to cradle it because his body lean is going out. So, you go here, you can't make that same catch because your body lean's so far forward. And it's remarkable. I mean, not just the skill to do it, but to know where he is on the field. I think it's a rare trait. So all three of them were just exceptional.
Because this game is in Detroit, where Kellen Moore began his career.
Yeah.
First linked up with Scott Linehan. Kellen's asking is being asked questions about going back to Detroit.
Yeah.
What do you want fans to know about what he has brought as a play caller this season?
Well, I think he has a unique way of communicating, so he doesn't overthink how he communicates to the team about what his plan is going into attack. So I think as a player, you truly can kind of plan or see how he sees the game unfolding with the way he's going to call it. And so I think that's a unique ability of a play caller to then communicate it throughout the week of, hey, here's what I'm thinking, here's where I see this game, how it's playing out. And I think his ability in game to adjust, he's one of those bright minds that he sees it and can adjust pretty quickly on the fly. So for a young guy to be able to have that, and more than anything else, I mean, the longer you're in this game, the more you appreciate just genuine, hardworking people. And I think he defines that of he's bright, he's smart, he's got an extremely bright future, but he understands matchups and the ability to kind of get us all in the best situation to be successful. And as a player, that's all you can ask for, is that the coach does all those nuances to put you in a good position. Kellen certainly does that.
The Lions have taken their losses this season. They played some of the best teams.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Packers and the Chiefs. How do you assess the challenge of playing?
Well, their ability to, line one, when you think of this defense, is their ability to adjust week to week. I mean, he spent 14 years under Belichick, the greatest coaches ever. And so he can change his system week to week. And I think that's given some really good offenses this year trouble and their ability to adjust to that. So this is going to be a big in adjustment game to see how they're trying to attack us. You do your film study and all that, but it's a different team. Then certainly they're playing a completely different defense than what the Cowboys played last year. And so his ability to be able to do all those things forces you to adjust on the fly. And so I think that's the reason why they've had success against what we would kind of all agree on top offenses in this league, is because they throw a new wrinkle at you every single game. So we have to be able to handle that adjustment, and especially on the road going against this defense.
You've got a guy, Jason, that you obviously played through injuries.
Yeah.
And then Stafford's facing this thing with his back where he obviously wants to play. But
Yeah.
how tough is that balance of wanting to play but then also being safe about it?
Yeah, I admire the way he plays. Not only is he a really talented player, but, seems like he's done that throughout his career where he's played through injury and just battled his way through it. And so I got a lot of respect for him. It's not easy. Certainly when you're getting the ball every play and you're making things happen, that's hard, And so I feel for him because I know he wants to be out there, and I can sense that. But, man, I think you got to seek the people that are around you and trust them, knowing that your health's the most important thing. And trust me, that's easier said than done.